이어가도록 하겠습니다.
What do you know
사일렌스.
about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his deal. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
과연 그렇게 될까 모르겠어요. 하도 이제 앞을 내다볼 수 없는 상황이라. 테낙스.
Regala's only interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
Well, hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
이
Why did you make
장소.
the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm, a safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
다른
So you didn't know
제니스들.
the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but The others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now, finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Farzinith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
자, 실무는 다 끝났습니다. 분명히 다른 길이 있을 텐데.
First Pharaoh. Now Hikaru and the Tanakh. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
죽이라고 했는데.
No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
뭘 해달라는 거야?
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
With Evergala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That. It's between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenat.
뭐 이건?
The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person.
어,
I'll try
어디죠
to join you
여기?
there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
힐다의 저택. 여기 전에 왔던 데 같은데 느낌에 아닌가? 전에 왔던 데예요. 예, 맞아.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
또 이렇게 또 한 편이 또 먹어진 상황입니다. 11의 날개 때문에 퀘스트가 하나 막혀 있었는데 이게 첫 번째 비행이 11의 날개를 자, 됐고요. 일단은 기지로 가도록 하겠습니다. 바를의 죽음을 알려야 되니까 지금 상황에서 좀 마음이 무겁네요. 죽을 줄은 몰랐어요. 물론 이제 계속 불길하긴 했는데 저런 파제니스 같은 경우가 계속 지금 걸린 상황이어서 불안은 했는데 이렇게 돼버렸네요.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Katalo's right. We must fight.
All right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So,
네 남자친구 죽었어.
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith Eric...
the Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
하늘에서 나타날 거라.
Still true as the ten.
일단
The rest of you,
잠시 이탈입니다.
Whatever
네.
preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
둘이서만 할 얘기는 뭘까?
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
네, 일단 조랑 얘기를 먼저 하는 걸로. 네, 나가서. 네, 아마 시간이 좀 여유로우니까요. 네, 먼저 조랑 얘기하는 걸로 하겠습니다.
Turning into an icicle out here.
바를의 시체는 묻어줬나 보네요.
Over here,
예.
Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plainsong and... further east, to the Nora sacred lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Bala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Bala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the seed rises.
전작에서부터 같이 했던 동료인 것 같. 전 전작을 안 해봤으니까요. 바를이
From death,
죽었고 거기에 대한
follows
추모.
so it is with the land. And so it is with us.
임신했나? 바를 아인가
I was
보네요.
going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
굉장히 슬픈 부분이군요.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear.
강제 전환.
Then I'll use it on someone and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
써닝의 강제 제작을 써닝 강제 제작 전설급이네. 재민이를 해제해야지 할 수 있는 거였네요. 스코처도 만들 수 있고 썬더조도 얘네들은 아직
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
Just you wait, Bart.
마지막 한 명은 누구지? 이제 거의 다 후반부에 돼가지고 다 등장인물을
Taking those space lugs down.
체크한 것 같은데.
You look busy.
My studies are a good distraction. Varl, Beta, Gaia, and that's just the beginning.
We won't let that. Tilda, the Zenith that Beta mentioned, she was.
Did she say what?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to. She was willing to share information.
But you still. Where I come from, I'd be careful if I were.
그래, 좀 막판 보스가 될 수도 있고.
So, all of the tribe?
Yes. The most fascinating one thus far. An entire culture based on the holograms of an. There's much they've missed, but still, there's a nobility.
And deadly. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy. I didn't know him well, but Zoe and Erend seem to have. But I don't.
They need time.
And what about you?
I don't know. Seems like everyone's ready to.
Katalo more. If I were this Regala, I wouldn't want to cross him on the battlefield.
Regala still has a lot of machines on her.
That's where you.
If my plan worked. I should be ready to go on my.
I won't let you down.
I know.
예, 한 명씩 돌아가면서 이야기를 할게요. 어차피 다음에 그 메인퀘스트 12대 날개를 계속 진행할 텐데요. 예.
I thought you were gonna go fight some Tanakh.
I wanted to check in with you.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'll be there when you need me.
I never doubted that.
Oh, I'm glad you're back.
So am I. I know you you hate waiting, but you'll have to stay back here a little.
Well, you go do what you gotta do, but are you okay? I almost lost it when I realized my sister had been taken by Derval, but
I'm getting her back.
understood.
Do you think?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing. I can't tell you she's handling it, but that keeps the rest of us level-headed.
I need to get going.
You bet. Do me a favor.
I'll do my best.
조랑도 좀 얘기를 해보고.
Think you can manage things here while I go help Hikaru?
Stopping Regala's war. It'll help us take the fight to the Zeniths?
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready upon your
Okay. I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what they've done, but once we infiltrate their base, our priority will be to get Gaia and Beta out of there.
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge like some blood wherever your arrow strikes.
Let's hope we hit our targets. We'll be facing Spectre drones soon. Erend and Katalo have fought them before, so...
Already asked them to run us through some combat drills. Erend moves like an oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
How's Erend doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in.
I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regala,
I'll try.
일단은 얘 또? 야, 아까 얘기했잖아.
Didn't think you'd be back.
제니스?
Tilda's the one who rescued me. Same one that...
Did she say why?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. See, she was...
But you, where I'd be.
이렇게 한 건데 또 나가네. 아, 걔 떠났지 일단은. 기지 위에 봉우리로 이동하기.
I can do yours if you want.
예, 일단은 지금 바를이 죽었기 때문에 굉장히 침울한 분위기예요. 제미니 퀘스트가 너무 쉽게 클리어가 되나 싶었는데 제니스 애들이 와가지고 바를을 죽이고 가이아와 베타를 데리고 갔습니다. 지금 그래서 반란군을 제거하고 그 제니스를 얻을 수 있는 기술을 얻을 수 있도록 이제 다시 힘을 내서 진행을 하는 것 같은데 일단은 그 10인의 날개 퀘스트가 다음에 이제 계속 이어서 하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 영상은 여기까지고요. 오늘 영상은 여기까지. 다음에 계속 영상 이어서 가도록 할게요. 왠지 바를이 죽으니까 저도 좀 분위기가 가라앉네요. 소닉을 타고 날아가게 되는 건가 본데. 일단은 계속 진행은 해야 될 것 같아요. 메인 퀘스트. 서브로 하면 너무 맥이 끊기는 것 같아가지고 메인을 계속 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 다음 영상은 메인 퀘스트 10인의 날개입니다. 그러면 다음에 만나요. 안녕. 터 앉아있어? 안녕.